Hi guys! We finally got to check our bucket list for this week and we got to watch Dunkirk, courtesy of Warner Brothers. Yeah! Nice! Nyam!
Hi guys! Welcome to
Nerd Rage! I'm Adrian, that of the geeks.
And my name is Val. I'm the Geek and Training.
We're here to discuss, to review, to talk about this very awesome film that came out this week, Dunkirk, directed by
Christopher Nolan.
him of Insomnia, The Dark Knight, Memento, The Prestige, all of these very, very awesome films. Just to help out our friends watching right now, let's give an overview of what the film is about. No spoilers. The movie is set at the dawn of World War II, specifically the events of the Dunkirk evacuation that happened north of France. What I really noticed about this film is something that I guess film aficionados have known for the longest time, that Nolan is really a master of the visual craft when it comes to directing a film.
What I like about it is that it has really few dialogues, and you get so invested in it. It's like being there. I mean, in the same time frame as the events are happening, but you're watching it from your television, like a news broadcast. So it really felt real.
That's a very interesting insight over there. Of course, given beautiful yung shots, the cinematography is very awesome. But the fact that, as you said earlier, we hardly hear any dialogue in this film, and if ever we do, they're incidental dialogue.
Yeah.
There's never any real dialogue for dialogue's sake. It's like we're just eavesdropping if something's happening or something's being talked about. But most of the time, it's just pure visual mastery. Again, courtesy of Christopher Nolan.
Let me ask you a question. Since we all know that each Hollywood director has their own treatment. For example, Quentin Tarantino has his signature shots, which is always from the trunk. What would you say would be Christopher Nolan's?
Well, Nolan has always been known for bending time.
Oh, like Inception.
Almost like that, but Inception's quite literal in its interpretation. But ever since Memento, Nolan tells a story not necessarily in a linear way. So what we saw at the start of the film isn't necessarily the start of the narrative. Here in Dunkirk, we see three different events set at different points in time happening within the same time period. We have three main points of reference. The mole, where it's set at the beach where the soldiers are escaping from the Germans. And that whole storyline happens in the span of 1 week. The sea, which features an old British guy, Mr. Dawson, his family, and his son's best friend on their way to Dunkirk to save the soldiers. And it happens in the span of 1 day. And the third is the point of view of the guys in the air. The members of the Royal Air Force, featuring Tom Hardy.
Hi, Star! Do you ever notice that Tom Hardy often plays characters whose mouths are covered?
Yeah, no? In Mad Max. Yeah. He hardly spoke.
Yes, exactly. But he's a very effective actor.
It's a testament to his skills. No? You didn't need to say anything. You just need to see him react to things. Before, when Nolan was doing The Dark Knight and Tom Hardy was Bane, the initial sound mix of the voice was supposed to be really like this. And it was so muffled. But Warner Brothers didn't like it, so they wanted his sound to be clearer. Nolan's point there was he wanted his audience to work. Actually, in any Christopher Nolan film, it's as if he's demanding that the audience has to work for the experience.
What do you mean? Explain.
Yeah, like you have to exert an extra effort to actually listen carefully, so it makes the audience more invested and makes the viewing experience more interactive that way. So you really have to pay close attention. A Christopher Nolan movie isn't something that you just leave on while you're cooking or while doing whatever, momol. Something.
I kind of get
it's
it.
It's not a Netflix and chill kind of.
Okay. I kind of get it. It's like when you watch films and you kind of figure things out for yourself, the eureka moment is better.
Even here in Dunkirk, you can hardly hear the dialogue of the Air Force pilots because they're all like this. Oh, he's on our tail. Wait, how's your fuel? Diba? Ang hirap. I like that. I like that. In Memento, Nolan made the audience work by making the audience piece together the story, considering it was told from in reverse. Here, in Dunkirk, all these different parts of the film, the mole, the sea, the air, start off at different points with their own characters, with their own situations, with their own plots. And they converge eventually at one point in one direction.
Ha 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 ha.
Sorry, that was a bad segue.
It was a bad segue.
I couldn't crack a boy band joke as much as I wanted to because the scene was so beautiful. And talagang immersed ka, like I was saying earlier, you're really immersed in that film.
And it was so subtle. Very unlike Ed Sheeran's cameo in Game of Thrones. You had to sing pa no? Sorry.
Everybody in the cast underacted. Parang walang acting that was calling attention to themselves.
True.
Nothing for the Oscars. I don't know if anyone's gonna be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor or Supporting Actor here. But it was definitely an ensemble film.
Yes.
Diba? And everybody felt real because it was all understated.
I want to point out that I noticed that the 3 tracks that we've discussed, kasi diba, it's divided into 3 with 3 different timelines.
Yeah.
May iba't ibang emotions per track. For example, for the mole, when they were waiting for their turn to get into the boat to get out of the beach, what I noticed is that it was so orderly. Although I feel that there's desperation there.
Yeah, that's the prevailing emotion there, no? In that track. Desperation.
But yung desperation nila iba eh. It's not like, di ba, for example, here in the Philippines, kunyari, gusto mo nang umuwi, tas ang hirap sumakay. So sa EDSA, you'd see hordes of people running after buses just to get in. Parang may zombie apocalypse talaga.
Yeah, lalo na kung walang Uber.
At umuulan.
Yeah. Ding! But I think it's different here because you also have soldiers who were feeling resignation. They're resigned to their fates. Pansin mo parang they were very orderly. Then when planes arrive, then they get bombed and their friend beside them dies. And then after that,
Wala na.
Yeah. They really have to push forward. Because there's no other way to go. They really have to leave and again, they're resigned to their fates. They could die, they could not die, they just want to leave. Period. So it's very that sad feeling is there. That sad, desperate feeling is there. I'd also like to point out in the second track, The Sea. It was about courage. You have a family's courage. These are private citizens who were there to rescue soldiers.
The civilians, yes.
Yes, a civilian family having to rescue soldiers. Just so our viewers know, these civilian boats had to rescue the soldiers because the channel itself is very shallow. So the what do you call that? The warships could not get inside.
Yes.
Otherwise, they'd just be stranded there and they'd be sitting ducks. So they needed all these civilian rescue boats to rescue them. We focused on this one family's courage to push on and to save anyone they could save.
The third track would be the air sport or the pilots. The prevailing emotion there would be a sense of duty.
And the film followed the dogfight in the span of 1 hour.
Yes.
And beautifully shot. Sobra. None of that whole shaky cam kind of thing that we see in war films. There's no Michael Bay shit here. There's none of that. I like the shots. And I'm speaking as a guy who's been a visual effects supervisor for a film with these things. Ang ganda.
Okay. Given everything that we've discussed, what is your assessment of the movie?
I think this is possibly the best Hollywood film to come out this year. I'd say that. I dare say that.
I'm hesitating to agree,
Mm-hmm.
but I really do like the movie. I really, really do.
It is a very beautiful war film,
Yes.
and it doesn't have all that over the top Michael
Yun
Bay
nga!
level big explosions. None of that.
Exactly!
It was all moments, character interaction, character drama. Without characters even needing to
Nobody's
say much.
flying around.
Well, there
no
was a bunch of soldiers,
explosions. No, pero usually kasi, di ba, war films like, explosion here, body dismembered, flying around,
Slow-mo!
running,
following
shouting,
the bomb
la, la, la,
drop,
la.
and then boom.
But this one's so silent.
It is for a war film. It is.
And I think it's the silence that helps in your helplessness and fear.
Yes, and you get to follow what happens in a war from the ground level, from the point of view of a person. How confusing wars are.
I know.
Diba? And wars, it's really disorienting if you think about it.
Parang nandun lang sila, they're just waiting there to get rescued or to die. That's the super helpless part talaga that I felt.
Yeah. I'd like to take this moment to salute our soldiers down south. So, what's your score? How would you rate the film?
5! What do you call this? Yun.
Jizz. Yeah.
Okay, 5 Spitfires!
Yeah, I'd rate this film 5 Tom Hardy Spitfires.
And that concludes our review of Dunkirk, out in theaters now.
Right, so guys, watch it. You have to. If there's one Hollywood movie that you want to watch this year and you don't want to watch any of that superhero fare, we love those too, by the way. But if you're not into superhero fare and just want to watch one Hollywood movie this year, Dunkirk. Watch Dunkirk. Very beautiful film. Again, we'd like to thank Warner Brothers and Miss Shawnee Lagman for inviting us to the premiere. Love it. Love you, Shawnee.
Let us know your thoughts on the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe and like our page, Nerd Rage.
Also, don't forget to send your messages to Val. Again, we have a link there. If you're interested in her, just click on that link. No, we're not doing data mining shit here.
We're just doing dating shit.
Yeah, she's single, and if you want to be her guy, click on that link.
So that's it. See you next time here on
Nerd Rage!